Well, today marks the International Day of Pink. This is a day where people are encouraged to celebrate diversity and raise awareness about homophobia and bullying. Brock McGillis is a retired professional hockey player. He made headlines, you'll remember, around the world back in 2016 when he publicly announced he was gay. So now he's on a mission to change attitudes around LGBTQ issues in the pro sports world, and he's our guest in studio this morning. Welcome to Your Morning.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Take us back to 2016. You wrote the article in Yahoo Sports when you came out. What led to that decision?
There's a few instances. I became friends with Brendan Burke. Brendan was the son of Brian Burke, who used to run the Maple Leafs, and Brendan was gay and wanted to follow in his father's footsteps. And we instantly became friends when I was closeted and struggling. And Brendan sent me a text message one day, and it said, "I can't wait for the day that you're out to your family like I am to mine." And I didn't know how to respond, so I didn't. 2 days later, Brendan passed in a car accident. After that, I was struggling, unsure, and I came out to my family then. But I was still fearful in the hockey community because it is a hyper-masculine, macho, bro culture type sport. Male team sports typically are. And then a few things happened. A hockey association wouldn't let me work with their athletes. And not long after that, there was the incident in Orlando at Pulse nightclub. And 49 people were murdered for being gay. And that's a safe space for us. That's a space where we can be ourselves and hold hands and kiss your partner and not fear attack or bullying or anything else. And that was taken from my community.
And those two things coming together meant it was your time to speak out.
Yeah, I'm fortunate, having played professional hockey, that I do have a platform, especially in Canada. And having that platform allowed me the opportunity to come out and try and create change.
But being a pro athlete also meant for a long time, you said you struggled, you were in the closet. What was it like to be in the locker room, to be in the bus? What did you hear? What did people say? And did you participate?
Oh, I completely participated. I was like your epitome of that bro culture. I was a womanizer, sadly to say today. I thought I walked around, I was the cocky hockey boy. I walked around like I owned my high school.
Did you use the language, the slurs?
Oh, completely. I just tried to immerse myself in the culture and fit in.
What did that feel like, Brock, when you would go home, knowing that you were acting one way and then feeling a different way at home?
I hated myself. I wanted to die. And on a few occasions, I tried to kill myself. And I would numb it with alcohol. I drank daily for a number of years just to try and get past that, just to try and suppress it. And finally, I realized I had to figure myself out.
What would you say to men or women who are playing professional sports right now, who are doing what you did, who are hiding and maybe want to come out, want to live who they are, live their authentic self? What advice would you give to them?
I tell them, first of all, you have to accept yourself, because only you can accept yourself. The idea of acceptance, to me, doesn't exist because we as beings are all equal. So to accept someone means that you're above them. And we're all equal. So you're the only one that can accept yourself, and then you have to love yourself. And if you do that, you'll have the strength and the ability to deal with any adversity that comes your way.
What could they be facing, Brock? I mean, for those of us who aren't in the pro sports world, what would they be potentially facing to come out right now, as things sit right now?
I think torment from fans. We've seen it even with Pride Nights in professional sporting leagues. Fans complain about them. Fans have written letters saying, we're not coming back, we're not renewing our season tickets.
Because of their sexual orientation?
Because the team had a Pride Night, just celebrating the LGBTQ. So if you're seeing that and you're hearing this language, and the language hasn't evolved, the language in sport hasn't evolved, even if players' thoughts and beliefs have, the language is something that, sport is very insular, it's very much a bubble, and it's language that has, throughout time, has consistently stayed the same.
Obviously that has to change. What does it feel like for you knowing you are now somebody else's Brendan Burke?
It's an honor, it's a privilege, and every time I realize that I'm helping somebody, it just makes it all worthwhile. It makes all the hardships you deal with in this and all my hardships that I dealt with worthwhile to know that I might be touching somebody's life.
I know you already are today, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, if you'd like more information about Brock and the work that he is doing, you can check out his website. That's linked to our site at yourmorning.ca.